So, as mentioned on the previous video blog, I want to try to rebrand the organization into a video blog set called Unconditional, because I think it's important to focus on what happens after you come out and accept yourself and begin to love yourself and start to learn that there's other parts about you that have not been able to breathe through your whole life, especially while you were closeted. So in order to get to that position, in terms of discussing therapy sessions that I've had and anxieties that I had growing up and how I wanted to work on those, I want to first catch you up on my day-to-day life, my life outside of my head, the life that was going in the grind and the motions of existing. So after I quit my old job, started working for the family meat market in 2011, it was a self-discovery decision. It was time to figure out if I want to go back to school, if I want to become a teacher, if I want to become a clown, if I want to do whatever I want to do, I'm going to figure it out, I'm going to do it. So it was pretty exciting for me. I wasn't the most excited about working at the meat market in terms of the physical work. I never made sausage in my life. I haven't touched a lot of raw meat. I haven't worked in the food industry at all, so it was something very fresh and brand new. So I guess in a way I was excited for something new, but I knew it wasn't exactly what I wanted to do, so I was a little reserved. I was a little like, what am I getting to do? But that being said, while I was on this self-discovery journey, I wasn't really sure what steps to take next. And then, unfortunately, something detrimental happened to the family. If you've watched the video blogs in the past, you will have known about this. My mom received a cancer diagnosis in the summer of 2012. So within a year of me working there and at the shop. And we are a very loyal and focused family on the business, very loyal and focused on what everybody in the family needs, and which is an awesome and loving thing. So that's what we all did as a family. We focused on the business, and we focused on my mom and her health and what we all needed to survive. So I went back and forth within the couple of years of starting to work there, and my mom passing in November of 2016. I went back and forth on whether or not I wanted to quit. I wanted to go to school. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that. Had some discussions with my parents, and ultimately decided to stay with the family business. And because for the better of the business, for the better of the family, because we all needed each other, and then also for the best of me. In hindsight, I wouldn't have wanted to be anywhere else. I wanted to be surrounded by loved ones at all times, while we were trying to give my mom the best treatment and figure out what she needed, what we needed, to figure it out and keep her going. But as mentioned, she did pass in November of 2016, unfortunately, and I think we can all say with no regrets for my family or for her. She was a fighter. She had plenty of surgeries and chemos and treatments to show that she was never giving up, and I think she has done many things, but she has definitely given us that spirit, everyone in my family, to understand what it takes to succeed. So during that time, though, while she was sick and while I worked at the family meat market, I was seeing a therapist. It was what I was dealing with during those times in therapy was way more day-to-day stuff. It was way more about my mom's health and about me working at the family meat market and whether or not wanted to be there. Anxieties with family stuff and standing up for myself, and which those play a little into being closeted and not accepting who you are and not being excited to be yourself and loving yourself. But what I noticed, what was super interesting, 6 months after my mom passed in April of 2017, I started taking notes. Started taking notes after therapy and would bring, a page of notes on my phone to my therapy sessions to discuss with my therapist what anxieties I was having, where my struggles were in life, concerns with who I was, the way my mind worked, walls that I had built up, defense mechanisms I built up over time that would protect me from making sure no one knew that I was gay, no one would say the wrong things or would give me all these anxieties and make me feel like I was not okay to live in this world. I was starting to bring up all of this stuff at therapy, and it was insane. It was very tough to deal with because you're becoming very vulnerable. You're looking into the nooks and crannies in your mind and saying, hey, I'm not happy about this. Hey, I'm super uncomfortable when this happens. Hey, have a lot of anxiety when this happens. Hey, when I'm around a bunch of straight dudes and I'm afraid of them saying gay or other homophobic slurs, it gives me anxiety, so I prevent myself from being in those situations. That, among many other realizations I have been having over the past year. A little over a year. Yeah, because that was April 2017. So over a year. And what I want to do is, at each set of notes, I want to break down what was the common theme, because there was always a common theme, and share that with you guys. And then ultimately, over time, you'll see the common themes of each session, or the common themes of actually when I was not at the session, what I was thinking about and what I wanted to talk to my therapist about. And hopefully you can see how I grew. And if anything, my ultimate hope is to encourage you to go through the same process. If you have not yet already, or even if you have, but there's still more work to be done, to get a therapist, to talk to friends and loved ones that you can trust, share these anxieties with, share these tender spots with, and work on them. I highly recommend a therapist because they are professionals and they will help you break down the cobwebs in your mind, the crazy wiring in your brain, and figure out how you can untangle it and rewire it so it's in a way that will make you happy and give you the best life possible. So I'll leave you at that. Like I said, the next vlog will be me starting with the first set of notes post a therapy session in April 2017, and we'll go from there. I mean, obviously, if you have any questions, feel free to comment. I'm here to help. So hope all is well.